I don't even know if I have any notifications left. Like, I'm not even sure. My hair is crazy. I've been live all day. All day, y'all. I've been live all day. Why can't I hear the music? Oh. Oh. That's why. Figured it out. Hello, good afternoon. Why am I like super white right now? That's better. It's evening time. A little lower tones. It's a little bit lower. By the way, I usually never eat. I haven't had a thing today. Yeah, Papa, I did. I said, screw it. Let's do it right now. Hands down. This is the concoction I made yesterday. There's potatoes and peppers. I'm not going to be able to eat all this, but what I'm trying to do is I'm picking out the sausage and onions. That's what I want the most. Nuke it in the microwave, warm it up. I'm good. I'm starving though. It is so good. I don't like to eat on camera and stuff, and I don't like. I hate that. So the cool thing is if I turn away, you can't hear me. But I'm not like crunching or anything. Oh, I just realized that my phone is connected to my desktop, and we don't need that. Yeah, I'm going for one more. I had to. I expect some pushback from this one. If you all saw my Instagram, you know where this is going. If you all followed my content or know me as a person, you know where this is going. You know what's coming. Like I said, I don't even know if I have a notification. And I don't know why I think I'm just tired, so I'm slouching, because I swear this morning I started like here. Now I'm like here. Papa, you can get this. Wait a minute. This. I got it for $10 at Walmart. I actually have an extra one because I bought one for my teenager too. But yeah. It's been a crazy day, y'all. I decided to go live myself this morning and then jumped on with Cliff for a couple hours, and now I'm back because I just can't let this one slide. I can't let it slide. Not sorry at all. But I don't want to do it like Christmas Eve because that seems a little like rude, kind of. I don't know. Appreciate y'all being here. I'm letting a couple people get in and I'm gonna get started. I have one topic. One. I'm sure you all can guess what it is. But I've been streaming all day, so what you get is what you get. I look tired. I probably am. Oh, my camera's doing that weird thing again. Hold on. Oh, there it is. I found it. Stop it. It has these automatic... yeah, like automatic white balance and exposure. So what it does is you'll see it like get dim and then bright again. For some reason it's decided I need to balance out my color a little bit more, but then it just makes it look weird and flashy and I don't like it. Now I look dark, and that's okay. We can turn this up. that better? Yeah, that's better. Okay. 70. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hold on. I'm gonna go get it. Hold on. I'll go get it. I'm gonna show you what it is. 2 seconds. Don't look at my... Okay. So this is the one that I got. It's gonna be loud. Sorry. Hi, baby. I see him. He popped up behind me. This is the one I got for my daughter. Okay, I'm gonna show you what I'm looking at. He's like, I don't like that sound, mommy. I know. Okay. It is $10 on sale at Walmart. It was the other day. It's literally a cylinder. Then you put like I put bottled water in it. And you take the jellyfish and you put them upside down so that there's like no air in them. And then you just plug it in. That's it. What's up, JT? I'm gonna be starting some controversy because I do that. To be honest, I felt like I needed to say something because here's the thing. My hair is not my friend right now. It was all pretty this morning and now it's like, screw you. See, I don't like this because look, it does this. So I'm trying to do something different so that my hair doesn't go completely crazy, but it doesn't look crappy. Hey baby, you want some treats? You want some treats? Here you go. That's what he wants. Well, he'll come. What he does is, you can't see it, but he jumps down and then he knocks them down so he can eat them. But anyway, yeah, so guys, if you haven't figured it out by the thumbnail, I have a very specific topic, and it's obviously the holidays. Is the music too loud in the background? In my ears, it sounds a little bit like it distracts me a little bit. Which, it is what it is. I'm checking my phone. That moment when you check your messages and it's something that's so not appropriate, you're like, oh, okay. Still eating, guys. Like I said, I have not eaten a single thing today. I almost had like a Dorito earlier, but I was gonna sneak it on the live stream, but I didn't because I knew it would be super loud. I might add some more beets to this because I feel like we've been recycling the same one. So give me a second. I'm gonna add some more. And then I'm gonna get into it. I just had a brain fart. What am I? Oh. They're buried like 2 PCs ago. I have to find them. Dude, you just don't even know. These are all compressed. Sorry. Let me see if I can do this while I'm live. It should work. It does. I'm basically unzipping all of the ones that I... Oh, I like these. I remember these. So we should have some new background music to go. This one has like a lot in here. 20. If one pops in there that's not what I think it is, then we'll be okay. What's this? Yeah. Okay. Let me see if that worked. I don't remember which ones were already in there and which ones aren't, so whatever. Anyway, guys, so bah humbug, okay? I know that it is the holiday, it's like a holiday week right now, and I understand that Christmas is in a couple days. So I'm gonna do this now instead of like Christmas Eve and be like a super bah humbug. And if you like my Santa hat, the funny thing is I actually have one. My daughter has a Santa hat that I could wear, but I'm not doing it. You can't hear the beats in the background at all. Let me know. This is super casual, y'all. This is super casual because, frankly, I've been live since like 10 this morning. I'm eating all the sausage. Okay. It's this. Oh, it's that one with the siren. I don't like that one. I wish it would tell me what the name of this song is so that I could. Okay. Anyway, I've been on one all day. I've been in a good mood. I have been here to talk. I missed you guys. I'm sorry that I just post, and I don't necessarily interact as much. It depends on my mood and kind of how things are going. But this is all about the bah humbug, y'all. I am very, very particularly and specifically talking about Santa. That is my focus. And the fact that I don't do Santa at all. I need to fix my chair. I'm like down. There we go. See, I was like down somewhere. So I'll give you some context. This is not a new concept for me. This is not a new concept for me when it comes to the holidays, that I don't celebrate Christmas. We don't do gift giving on Christmas for decades. I started a long time ago. I've never deviated from that. Like, I've never really, that's just been how I've done things for a really long time as a parent. And so here's the thing. How do I put this? I'm trying to think of how to put it. So the context, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you some context. I'm gonna tell you why I'm going off about this today. If you guys saw my Instagram or my TikTok reel, or if you're a member and you saw it on YouTube, you know exactly where this is going. And I'll tell you where it's coming from. So I'm not gonna put any names out there, including the people that made this stupid ass, dumbass, shit ass comments. But the fact is that I understand that some people really rock with the Santa thing. I get it. Like, I get it. Like, who wouldn't want anything you wanted? Magic and, you know, Christmas spirit and miracles and things, right? I mean, who wouldn't want that? And who wouldn't want to think if you wrote to some dude up in the North Pole, you can get whatever you wanted. The hope of getting what you want is kind of what sustains it, right? Sure, it's magical and the elves and all. Okay, I get the whole thing. So let's just make it clear. I understand the concept of Santa, right? I will tell you that we really didn't grow up with Santa. That wasn't a thing. My parents kept it about Christmas being about Jesus, right? That was what that was about. Which I agree with completely. Now, the level of my religious participation and reasoning is kind of, I'm going to keep that separate. So I'm not going to focus as much about the religious aspect of it, because let me just put it out there. Christmas is not, it's about the birth of Christ. Okay, it is. That's why it's Christ Mass. It was Catholic. It was taking winter solstice, right, from the pagans and turning it into something that they would be willing to participate in, and making the religion easier to swallow while they tried to convert all the pagans. That is the dumbest, most simplistic version of me saying what it's about. So on the Christian side, it's about the birth of Christ, and on like pagan side, it's winter solstice. By the way, the only people who are offended by people being called pagans are people that call people pagans. They don't care. They're like, yeah, so, and. Um, that being said, technically it is a religious holiday, or it was intended to be, which was, for lack of a better term, bastardized into some commercial bullshit, like every other thing. You give a huge entity an opportunity to make money, and guess what? They're going to do it. They're going to want to make money, right? And that's what it's all about. And anyone who says different, oh no, it's about the sure. That means you drink the Kool-Aid. It's cool. It's cool. Like for you specifically, it could be about the magic of Santa. It could be the magic of the elves. It could be the magic of the tree. Do you know all the root beginnings to all of these different pieces of it? Because they all have a reason that they're there. They all came from somewhere. They all, like, Santa is not just Saint Nick. Like, there is depending on what part of the world you're coming from, there's a whole entire backstory of who that person is and why they are. And are they a saint? Or are they not a saint? Or are they just, anyway. So you could get into all that. And I'm not going to, because I haven't done the research and, I don't care. Okay. That being said, the tree, like, what is the tree for? The candle in the window. Did you know that is to say that there's room in the inn in your home? That's what that's for. Yep, Bernie, I'm back at it. I'm trying to eat too. Sorry. It's just a sausage. I have tons of potato. I told you I'm not going to eat all this. I'm just picking out the sausage. So anyway, with all of that being said, so let's just assume that we're all on the same level, that we all understand the origins of the holiday originally. I'm not talking about the commercialized, bastardized version now. I'm talking about the original origins of the holiday, what it was for, what's it intended for, when you're a Christian, what you think. If you're not a Christian, what you think. Okay, fine. Cool. Santa's a lie. Santa's a lie. It's not a real thing. Santa doesn't exist. I mean, I don't know how else to put it more plain than that. It is Santa doesn't exist. It is not a real thing. It is a lie. And I understand. So somebody had commented on my post on TikTok, and I thought it was hilarious. It made me laugh. She's like, I've never lied to my kids about Santa. However, I did lie to them about the chocolate bar I was eating in the bathroom when they asked where the candy was. Like, so that's a whole different level. Okay. So you have the holiday, you have the meaning behind it and all this, right? And then you have, by the way, if you see my eyes looking here, I'm looking at the chat. I see what you're saying, and I'll respond as I can. I'm on a tangent, y'all. This is what happens when you get Kat on a rant. So I thought it was funny because she's right. As a parent, there's little white lies that we say. My favorite thing to tell my kids was, we'll see. Oh, we'll see. They'll be like, my oldest two kids were a year and a half apart. They're now, my son will be 21 this month and my daughter's 19. So it's funny to me because I remember the first commercial they ever saw was for Aqua Globes. Do you remember those things? Yeah. And they're like, can we get an Aqua Globe? Please, please, Mom. These are so cool. And I was like, oh, we'll see. Oh, yay. Okay, we'll see. Hell no. I'm buying you no damn Aqua Globe. You don't have any plants. Like, no. What? No. But we'll see made them basically hush until they forgot about it, which is pretty much what happened, like, every time. So it worked out for me. Sure, we'll see. No, we won't. I'm lying. I'm not going to see. It's a no. They learned that eventually and they stopped asking. But that's how you do things. So anyway, my point is, Santa doesn't exist. It's not a real thing. And I understand. So, okay, you can liken it to creating any type of holiday. Okay, so let's have the magical quarter birthday, right? So 3 months after your birthday, you get a quarter birthday. It's a quarter day, right? and you make a whole shebang out of it. And in fact, you have to have Saint Quarter birthday man, woman ish, whatever, come through, and they need to bless everyone with fairy dust. All right. I've already been blessed, by the way. So just saying. And on top of that, you need to go buy 3 lottery tickets, and like you need to eat toothpaste. Like you could do anything and make it into a religion, not a religion, a holiday, a celebration, a tradition. Let's say tradition. That's probably going to be the best descriptor word there. A tradition. Okay? You can make anything into a tradition, right? It's just how your family celebrates things, right? That's the difference between a tradition and a holiday. Okay? So a holiday, to me, is how I'm defining it. This is not official technical definition, is how I'm saying it. A holiday is something like that is official. It is massively celebrated. It is, has pretty strict rules. So like it's on this date, the third this, that this or this on every year. And this is the original reason for the holiday. This is why we're taking off time. Memorial Day, Labor Day, 4th of July, whatever. Okay? So those are your strict rules. That's your holiday. Your traditions are how you handle the holiday. Okay? And some people go fishing on the 4th of July because that's what they do. I don't. Does that make me wrong? No. Some people, I don't eat turkey. I mean, I like ground turkey because it's kind of sweeter, but then it's gotten really expensive lately, so that's kind of rude. It used to be cheaper. Well, I keep hearing this song. Next. Anyway, so I eat ham. I obsessively like ham. I don't like turkey. I love stuffing, but stovetop only. Like, there's things that I do. I do not see in any piece of my life a reason for me to sit down and gnaw on food with people. To me, that's not like quality time. For what that's worth. So I don't enjoy sit down meals with all of the frippery and trappings. Like, I'm just not that person. And I don't care enough about food in general to give 2 shits what you make. Like mac and cheese, cool. Let's eat that. Pizza, all right. Chinese food, perfect for holidays. Like, it's your tradition is how you celebrate. Now, some of the Christmas traditions are things like Santa Claus. Thank you, JT. I was very proud to use the word frippery. I was like, nailed it. So Santa Claus and elves, elf on a shelf, all of these things are traditions that people decide that they do with their family. And the reason it's a tradition is because it's a repeating. They do things the same way. I'm making sure my cat's not turning my computer off again. So it's like for a birthday, if you always go out to take the person out to eat for their birthday every year, that's a tradition. If you bake a cake every year, that's a tradition, right? Not anybody needs to participate. Like if I decide that I give my significant other a hand job for their birthday, you're welcome. That could be our tradition. I don't know. Like birthday spankings, not everyone does it. Guess what? I went to the South and people pin money with safety pins to people's shirts on their birthday. Don't get me wrong. Like, I mean, you can pin, whatever. I don't like people touching me, but whatever. I guess that's a thing. That's a tradition, right? And not everybody participates because I'd never even heard of it until I got lower. Truth, stop. I am ranting over here. Do not mess me up. So my point is that I've never done Santa with my kids. It's never been a thing. I didn't really grow up with it, which wasn't a deciding factor. Because here's the thing. My son's family, his dad's family, they were all in. They did the reindeer paws. They did the letters from Santa. They did the reindeer food. Like everything they did was this drawn out thing. And it was like a whole thing they did all the time. and they would go through the motions, and every year and they would take the reindeer paws and they would put it, like, they spread soot on their floor and they would put the feet print in there and do all kinds of stuff like that. Okay. I allowed it for my kids because my kids were young enough and they were adamant, like, this is what our family does. Every generation we do this. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fine. You know, they were like 2. They didn't even care at that point. They didn't care. Just give me the wrapping. Like, they don't care. Truth, stop it. But when they got to the point where my son figured it out first, and he knew, and he's like, an Easter bunny? And I was like, and he's like, oh. He's like, yeah, I figured. He was like 4, 5. Okay. My older daughter was took a little bit longer because her father wanted to do that stuff too. Because whatever. Until the day, I'll never forget this, and she's going to love me for telling this story again. There was a day where I was sitting up in my room and she comes up there. I'm trying to work on bills and stuff. And my ex was like, go turn or make sure the lights are off. She's like, why? She was, you know, that kid. Yeah. She's like, why? And he's like, so we can save on electricity. And then if we have electricity, then there's, you know, more money for gifts. You know, more money for gifts. You know, she turns to him and she goes, I don't care. I'll just tell Santa what I want and he'll get it for me. I was like, there's no Santa. Like, immediate. No, you don't. You're not going to be greedy. I hate that. Trying to throw me off my game. I absolutely hate that greed that we have instilled into people. This expectation of entitlement, that we get gifts because we are us. This narcissistic, adjacent, learned behavior that tells people it's okay to expect things for just because of who you're you. Now, there's a difference. I understand you can get into the whole, well, they're kids. I get that. I take care of my children. I always have. No matter what was going on, I always take care of my kids. They're always well fed. They're taken care of. They have clothing and shoes and water and everything that they need. Okay? Including tough love if need be and all the hugs and kisses they can handle. The expectation that I am required to purchase gifts for them, the expectation of me having to get them gifts because they demanded it is just not a thing. If you guys have met me at all, you know that that's not how I am. The fastest way to not get what you want is to tell me this is what I want, give it to me. No. The fuck? No. Well, you have to. No, I don't. And the last thing I want to teach my children growing up is that anyone is going to hand them things because they wrote a letter. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about the, you know, if you want to write a letter or blast somebody on Twitter, a company, because they did you dirty. Okay, cool. But like, dear Santa, give me a PlayStation 5. No, because it's coming out of your parents' pockets, right? And for you to have, to even encourage kids to have the expectation that some families just can't meet. And at the time, and by the way, I did this before I was in this position, but when I was unable to really provide too much, I still didn't do it. But then when that happened, it worked out because what I would do is at one point I was working at a retail store as a second job, and I would catch all of the clearance and the sales. Like the day after Christmas, you get all of these sales, right? And so I would stock up before they'd run out, and then I would give them to them for New Year's. I'd already been giving New Year's gifts. We already weren't doing the Christmas Santa thing. You want something, ask me. Ask your parents. You know, I understand that. And see, here's the thing. What set me off is the comment section, not my comment section. It was somebody else's comment section where people were saying, you know, I don't do the Santa tradition with my kids. And people are attacking them, saying, You're depriving your child of the joy of childhood. What the hell are you on? What? This is wild. No. No. That's not how that works. You don't decide if someone's a good or a bad parent based on if they're going to lie to them and then shit on other people because they've decided they don't want to participate in that tradition. If I don't eat hot dogs and it's the 4th of July, are you going to like shit talk me because you just don't care about our country? What the fuck's wrong with you? Like, what's wrong with you people? Yes, you people. All the people saying the bullshit, right? That set me off today. It set me off because I'm one of those people. I am one of those people who don't do that. Never have. And so if I would have commented, I would have said something along the lines of, well, I've never done the Santa tradition with my kids. And I choose not to. In fact, I don't do any gift giving for Christmas at all. And my kids are completely aware that all these other kids participate. Now, it's not as much now as it used to be because they go to school with a lot of people from different religions. So when you add different religions into the bunch, right, you end up with people who do not, like people that have, they're Buddhist or they're Hindu or they're, Orthodox or they're Jehovah's Witnesses or they're any of the, you can name a million of them. And it's wild to sit there and shit on somebody because they don't participate in a tradition that they just don't agree with. What do you guys think? I want to know. I mean, there's no wrong answer. Do you celebrate with Santa? Do you think that it's part of the magic of childhood? Do you think it's a parent's choice? Do you think that people should really just go ahead and do it? Do you think that people should, you know what I'm saying? Because what's happening in these comments are people are like, you're bad. You're a bad person because you aren't letting your kids have the magic of Santa. So I'm curious what you think. I want to know. And if this is later and you're watching, I love you. And also put it in the comments. I do read the comments. And yes, they do it in front of the kids. They absolutely do. So like I was telling a story. My now 19-year-old daughter, after that whole, I'll just ask Santa. There is no Santa after that. That she wondered why Santa didn't come to my house. Because all the gifts would say from mom or from whatever, I'd put his name or whatever. But she was at school. I think it was the next year. And she was probably in 3rd grade or something. And I guess there was a 3rd or 4th grader. Mind you, they're like 8, 9, 10 years old. And she's like, they're like, oh, I'm gonna write to Santa and I'm gonna get all these things. And she's like, I'm not. She's like, I'm not gonna write him a letter. He's not gonna get me anything. My parents get it. He doesn't exist. Woo-hoo. Teacher hauled my kid in the principal's office. She was in trouble for telling the other kids there was no Santa. How dare she? So they call me. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? You're mad at my kid because she is telling the truth? And you're mad because you all are lying to your children, like bold-faced mass lie. And she's in trouble? I was like, you better not punish my kid. I said, I'll talk to her and I'll tell her to not talk about it, if that helps. I said, but you ain't get my kid in trouble. They bet your ass she didn't get in trouble. I would have come in swinging. I'm trying to. There. I think I just fixed it. So that's my thing. What irritates me to no end is less of what anyone thinks about how I choose to celebrate any holiday. What hits me different are the people in the comments who have the audacity to talk trash on people who are just giving their honest opinion. Hey, I don't do that. Oh, that's not what I've done. It works out fine. To me, it's just absolutely wild that anyone would ever say something like that. That somebody would ever say, you're basically abusing your child if you don't do Santa with them. The fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you? Somebody needs to redefine what that word means. It does not mean what you think it means. That one's the one that set me off. I mean, set me off. This is where this all came from. I mean, frankly, I get into this subject every year for the most part. I'd said it's been decades, so it's nothing new to me. And I know that people don't necessarily agree with me. You know. And that's okay. I'm not going to go tell your kid that Santa doesn't exist. But demanding that I better participate or else I'm a crappy parent. No. I dare anyone to tell me I'm a crappy parent and actually mean it. And that's the thing, though. Sorry, my nose keeps itching. That's the thing, though. And I'm trying to keep religion out of it just because all I'm saying is I'm mentioning that other religions do not celebrate that holiday at all. Just like we don't celebrate, I'm saying me as a Christian, I don't celebrate Buddhist holidays or Jewish holidays. And so like, I don't celebrate those either. No, see, here's the thing, AA. I'm going to say this. I want to be honest about it. And you guys can agree, or maybe I'm being too harsh, and that's fine. I'm cool with that. You know I miss me with a chance to be a little bit too blunt. No, you don't. I don't have to respect a damn thing. I am respectful. I'm understanding. But I do not have to, like, I don't have to sit here and be like, you know, there is a train gonna come from the clouds and take us all the way to the afterlife. I don't believe that. And if you believe it, okay, but I don't have to respect it. Nah, that's not a thing. Like, respect should be given freely. Kindness should be given freely. But you don't have to sit there and feed into other people's beliefs. I'm a Christian. If somebody has a different belief, if they believe that they worship the water bottle and I have to respect that. No, I don't. I don't have to. I can respect them as a person and say, well, I guess we agree to disagree on that one. I'm just going to drink the water bottle while you worship it. Cool. We could do that. But when it comes to like, you need to respect the water bottle. The fuck? No, I don't. No. I mean, there's levels to that. I think that is a sweeping statement that cannot be applied in every case, which hence why I go with the automatic hell no, in my opinion. No, I don't have to respect anything whether I believe in it or not. No. Like, there is a difference between earning my respect and me not being a dick to somebody. Me not shitting on your opinion or your belief is not the same as me respecting it. Some people live their entire lives greedy, selfish. All they care about is money. They will step on anyone to get it. We see them every day, guys. We see them all the time. There's some content creators like that. There are people in charge of big corporations. There's people all over social media. They do what they do. I don't agree with them. Do I have to respect their beliefs and their ideas that money over everything, including family and God? And no, of course I don't. Not at all. I don't have to respect it. And if you know me at all, you know that we can agree to disagree. I'm not going to change. I'm not here to change anybody's mind. I'm here to offer my perspective. And if somebody feels like it's a different way of thinking, okay. And if that helps them say, look, you know what? I don't agree with you. I think Santa's awesome. I think that it was the most magical part of my childhood ever. If it wasn't for Santa, I would have had a shitty ass childhood and I would have been a horrible person. Okay. But I don't think that people should be out there telling people that you're a bad parent because you don't tell your kids that Santa's real. That's what I have a problem with. And that's what the whole point is. That's the entirety of the point. And as somebody who's lived my adult life and my kids' lives with that mindset of not participating in that tradition, I feel like I have the right to speak on it. That's why. Now I'm into potatoes, y'all. I ate all the sausage. I'm sad. Nope, there's one piece left. I found it. Wallflower, I agree with that. There's a big difference in respecting their beliefs and respecting their right to do so. They can believe whatever they want. Now, see, that's the thing, AA, is that I am capable of respecting something I don't agree with. I can respect their right to do what they want to do, or just not give two shits. Or just not like, okay, it is what it is. I don't have to agree and walk away. The problem is that it's not reciprocated. Other people on all sides, and for anyone that thinks that this is a one-sided or political thing, it's not. I promise you. Between the QAnon and the Blue Anon and everybody in between Anons, okay? Between all those people are people-y as hell. And people hate that I say life is a selfish game. And when it comes down to it, everything you do is about you, whether it's subconsciously or not. And some people just find it okay to demand that other people listen to what they say, but they will never give that same, and we say the word respect, the same, they won't reciprocate, right? We call it respect. I don't think it's true respect. I truly respect my mother. I truly respect my friends and the people that I look up to. I truly respect those people. The respect as, what is it, an adjective? As like a filler word to mean, okay, whatever. That's what I mean. Oh, okay, whatever. The actual respect where I look up to and I appreciate and I hold higher up are those people. It's a little bit different in my opinion, but I get that word is used interchangeably, so I can see that what you're saying and what I'm saying, I'm being literal to my definition. And by the way, those beats came through. I got it to work, so now you're hearing new stuff. I'm super stoked about that. Because you guys might come and go, but I'm listening to it over and over and over again. What's up, Mentech? So it's been a minute, huh? I haven't seen you in a little while. I'm glad to see you. And look, I get that most people that follow my channel and listen to what I say, they tend to agree with me, or at least where I'm coming from as a concept. Whether they do the same or they think that it's the right way to approach things, it's neither here nor there. And that's why we all kind of mush together pretty well. I can post the same exact thing on other platforms and people will go completely nuts. People will go completely nuts because how dare I not, you know, co-sign whatever bullshit comes out of their mouth. You guys don't have to co-sign the bullshit that comes out of my mouth. I got you. It don't bother me none. And I know it's such a flippant way to say things, and I'm sorry for that, sort of, kind of, but not really. It's just, it's sincere. Like, I say things that I say because I mean it and I believe it. So when I say I don't do Santa, I mean I don't do Santa. And I mean that I don't think that that makes me a bad person. And I don't think that anyone should ever have the right to tell someone that you're abusing your children by depriving them of one of the basic joys of childhood. Excuse me. Living, breathing, clothes, shelter, food, schooling, and love are the basics in childhood. Fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. A basic need, a basic joy. Get the fuck out of here. What's wrong with you? People are crazy. But they say it in the comments. I seen it. I seen it. I had somebody say, let them just be little for longer. The size of my child has nothing to do with the traditions that I imply, or not imply, that I implement in my home. I've got a couple Christmas lights out because the neighbors are doing it too, and they're kind of cute. I don't have a tree. I don't even own a tree. I think I had one last year, but I don't know. That, but on the flip side, even some of the kids are like, they don't care. As long as you tell them not to say anything, because then their friends will be all upset with them. As long as you tell them that. Well, see, and that people, and that's another thing, Nina, that's a good point, because what I was going to say is that people use Santa as a tool to discipline their children. And you know I'm right. Your kid's misbehaving, they're out of school for winter break or whatever, and it's like, well, so you don't behave, Santa's go see it. I'm gonna call Santa right now. No! Yeah, childhood joy my ass. They're sitting here crying because the most important person that you've put up on a pedestal, that you have made the most important part of this season, you're gonna call that person and tell them that your kid is being shitty. Who's the abusive one now? I'll wait. That's blackmail. That's emotional, like holding somebody emotionally hostage, that is using it as a discipline tool, as punishment. So that extreme joy you're now using as a tool to get your way. Oh, wait, life's not always selfish, right? Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. Sure. Shut up, Truth. Nobody asked you. That's what I'm saying, is that people want to talk about not participating with the tradition as being negative and withholding and abusive and nasty and detrimental to your children. But yet, I mean, I'm going to say it one more time. Taking a figure, a person, in their minds, it's a person, and saying Santa is this magical, amazing person who would do all of these amazing things and cares about every child and sees everything that you do, and they give all of these amazing gifts, and they watch movies where people get all this magical stuff and they get all these presents and all these things that they want, right? They do all those things. You lift this entity into this high pedestal, and you tell your child, look at this person, make them happy. They have a list, they're checking it twice, and if you don't eat your peas, I'm gonna call him. Heartbroken. You just threaten them with the most like exciting, idealistic person that you have put in their world. Dude, eat your peas, I'm gonna whoop your ass. That's how I approach it. I mean, not necessarily, but you know, you get the point. Truth. Why you gotta be my troll? I don't understand. Why you gotta be my troll? I don't get it. No, I get the coal too. Just for fun, we always get the chocolate coal because they're so cute. They're like really cute, and it's a long-standing joke. So my tradition is shitting on people that do Santa. See, what I'm saying is that you literally place somebody into this child's life, tell them that they are the most awesome, coolest thing to aspire to, who has the power to make or break their whole year. And then you threaten them, telling them if they don't do what you say, you're going to go make them look, embarrass them in front of this idol that you've given them. Ask Annette. She's known me a long time. She knows that I'm not full of crap. This is not new. This is not for the purpose of clickbait or a rant. This is how I am. I've always been like this. Hand to God. And here's the thing. Okay, I get it. I see you say, sadly, some of those expectations are influenced by more than just parents. True, but guess what? They allow it. They back it up. The kid comes home from school. Oh, well, if I do a snowman, Frosty's coming. And then they're like, well, that sounds kind of creepy, but okay. They reinforce it. They reinforce all of these expectations and all of these lies, for a shocking way to put it, all these lies. The teacher says something wild like, not only does he do it every night, he does it in 3 minutes. Does the parent go, it's not really 3 minutes because, he doesn't exist. So, of course, he can do whatever he wants because, it's fantasy. No. The parent goes, oh, wow, I didn't know that. That's great. That's pretty great. They reinforce it. So now who's to blame? It's not, you know what? These marketing companies, it wouldn't work if people didn't let it work. Advertising wouldn't work if you don't let it work. Once people stop listening to celebrities talking out of their damn lane, out of their damn ass, look what happened. Look what happened. The power of their influence, zoop, gone. So if you don't want these, and I'm not saying anybody in particular that's here in this chat. I'm just ranting, guys. I told you I'm ranting. If you don't want your kids influenced by influencers, then get them off the fucking computer. Stop sitting them down in front of a device to babysit them. My kid's playing a game. You know why? She gets straight A's. She does what she's told. She doesn't talk back. She didn't give me any grief. She's good to her friends. She's good to her grandmother. She helps clean around the house. Sometimes. She cooks food if she wants it, or she asks me. She's respectful. She knows I can see everything she writes. She never goes out of line. She never talks. Sometimes she'll go, Mom, you know what? I had to talk crap. Like, she'll say that she said something. I said something. I was like, you shut up. And she's like, I'm sorry. Like, she's proven that she can handle it. So certain days, depending on what I'm doing, I allow her more freedom than other people. I don't just sit her in front of a device and go, leave me alone. Oh my God, leave me alone. So I can sit in front of my device and scroll mindlessly while we both scroll mindlessly and don't have any connection. In fact, as soon as I get off here, I'm going to go watch Beetlejuice 2 with her. Because we watched one last night and we watched Harry Potter 1. We're going to watch Harry Potter 2. That's our goal for this, like, while she's off, is to get through all the Harry Potter movies. We just threw Beetlejuice in there because I want to see 2 and I'm waiting for her. So what I'm saying is that your kids can't be influenced by social media if they're not on social media. It's that simple. If you had some random guy at the gas station be like, okay, I'm going to take your kid aside and tell them what they should be doing, how they should be speaking, and what's cool or not, you're going to be like, oh, okay, cool. I'll be over here. It's what you're doing. You're just letting them free on social media where random people tell your children or adults, because some adults are dumb as fuck. You just literally are saying, hey, some random stranger that I don't know and I don't trust and I don't respect and I don't know anything about what they have to say or do or what their agenda is. Please teach my children all of the things And we come up with skibbity toilet and wonder why everybody's talking about brain rot and just how ridiculous it is. We've let this happen, y'all. It's our fault. It's our fault. Big Kahuna, welcome in, honey. The books are better. The books are amazing. The books are really good. Really, really good. Honestly. And to be honest, the last book was written more like an adult fantasy, more of a almost a high fantasy type level of book where they go on like an adventure and there are all these different pieces of it. So it was actually, and I think it felt to me like they were transitioning it into more of, as the readers got older, into continuing this series for not just young adults but like adults, not in a my adult type of way, but like adult, like, you know what I'm saying, like that type of writing. Wallflower. I'll use the dumbass Ohio Riz thing. Where does it come from? You say, well, between school and friends' homes. Okay. Where are they getting it? There is a source, right? And instead of being when they come home or knowing what they're doing or what they're allowed to watch and all that stuff, people are just like, oh, well, they must have learned it from so-and-so. And now that just takes the blame. It takes the responsibility. And as a parent, your entire world is your responsibility for everything your child does. It's your fault. It is your fault. That's why 18 is such a big deal, because at that point it's not my fault anymore. My adult kids, I'm like, listen, you've grown. You're grown. Make grown mistakes. I'll help you if I can, but I'm not doing it for you. You're grown now. We're responsible for our children and their upbringing. We're responsible for what we introduce to their lives. If they come back from Sally's house every time talking about skibbity doo-dah toilet Ohio, that's not English, y'all. You should be like, do they know how to speak proper English? No? Okay, well, maybe that's not the best place to spend all their time. And then maybe you should say, okay, well, I know those things are brain rot. So you know that they're sitting over at their friend's house watching this stuff on their friend's devices, which means that the parents aren't paying attention. They're doing what they want, right? Or maybe the parents are paying attention and they're okay with that. But if you're not, then you have to reevaluate. That's what parenting is. It's intricate. And I'm not telling you guys like anything you don't know. You know this. It's intricate and it's complicated and it's fully responsible. And you're responsible to make your children grow up to be functional adults. That's the whole point. That's the hope. And sometimes they need to learn hard truths. They need to understand they're not always going to get their way. They can't just write to a big fat guy in the North Pole and get whatever they want. They need to respect that their parents are providing for them. They need to understand that because they get their wish every time they want something during the year, that doesn't mean you suddenly get a 10 times bigger haul at the end. Like, these are life lessons that I choose to teach my children outside of using this particular tradition. Oh, you mean the one that I talked about? I don't know. I have a whole video on the Wicked thing, at least part of it. I don't know. Did I ever separate that video out? I'm not sure if I did. I don't remember. It was in my video, though. This beat's fire, dude. This beat is good. I like it. I don't know why my phone keeps telling me I'm posting things. Am I like going offline and online over and over again or something? Because I've got like 7 notifications. No? Okay. Okay. I'm just making sure that I'm not like disconnected or anything. So look, this was my opportunity to rant. And my biggest thing, the takeaway is screw those people that are shitting on people for making a different decision than they did. I mean, oh, I just saw your comment. Good, you're not supposed to hear it. You can ask me for it. I bought it. Merry Christmas, David. My thing is look, those comments were disgusting. Disgusting. To liken Santa to CA is absolutely gross. It's gross. It's not the same. It's not even close to the same. It's a choice. Some people get gifts on their birthday. Some people give them away. They're called party favors. Who knew? They were giving gifts for people. The purpose of that is to thank people for coming to spend their time with you to celebrate your day. Why do they gotta bring you things? You give them things. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Swag bag. Let's go. You know, I'm just saying, the despicable comments, the fact that anyone would ever say that, especially when it comes to the way that somebody parents their children, that is in no way, shape, or form abusive or nasty or negative. It's not malignant or manipulative or anything. It is just basic fact. They chose not to do a tradition, and so they get shit on for it, and I hate it. I fucking hate it because I'm one of those people. I hate it. I think it's just gross. It's so gross. Especially the direct comparison. To me, that was just absolutely, completely out of pocket. See, when I do New Year's, Nina, I do something to wear, something to read, something you want, and something you need. It keeps it simple. I get them a book, or I'll get them like a strategy guide for a game if that's what they play, or a book about nails for my daughter, whatever. Something they can wear, something that they need, like maybe they need shoes. Or maybe they need a new blanket, or maybe they need time with mom. Whatever. And then something they want. I already know what they want because, fun fact, I'm their mom. I'll have to figure out which beat that was, JT. It doesn't give me the list of them, I don't think. What's the filters? Oh, that's not what I wanted. It doesn't tell me which one it's on, but I know it's in this folder right here. There's like 30 beats in there, and so I'll figure it out. That's the one with the flute, right? I know that one because I've heard it for a long time. So anyway, my whole rant, I feel better now. I got it out. I had to get that out. I know that people don't like what I say sometimes. People think that, let kids be kids. My child being a child has nothing to do with Santa. You know? You want somebody to just be a kid, and let them be a kid, and, you know, stop telling them things they shouldn't be hearing when they're 7. Try that. You want me to do Santa? How about you do what I want? No, and actually that's another piece of it, is the pure greed. Hearing all of my children's friends being so like, I want, you know, Nike this and Adidas that, and like their parents give it to them, and their parents go into debt, y'all. They go into debt. We used to have layaway. I don't know if that's still a thing anymore. We used to have layaway. People would go into hundreds and hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of debt, and they would get these crazy gifts. And guess what happened next year? Do you think they still appreciated their PlayStation? Oh no, they didn't. They wanted the new thing. And guess what? They expected it because Santa was gonna get it. What does it matter? They didn't notice their parents are going into debt and struggling and stressed out and miserable and sad because they're dealing with all of that. Now, some people make enough. Okay, good for them. But most people don't. Like, Anyway, every which way I saw it, I made that decision 20 something years ago. I was not going to do it. I still don't do it. I don't agree by any way, shape, or form that it is some form of abuse or manipulation or depriving a child of joy. That's absolutely wrong. And it's mean to say that, because what if, like I said, what if the person is of a different religion or of a very orthodox religion where those types of celebrations are absolutely banned or not allowed or just not participated in? It's just so naive and ignorant to say that. It's just super ignorant. And to tell parents that they're a bad person or they're a crappy parent because they don't feed into the magic of, you know, if it's that whole, I can't remember who said it earlier, I'm sorry, but if you don't even know you're missing it, are you really missing it? I'm not talking about basic needs, y'all. I'm talking about traditions, and there's traditions all over the world that I've never heard of and I know nothing about. Does that mean I'm missing out? Really? Does that mean that I'm deprived of my humanity and my rights? No. Fuck out of here. People are fucking wild, man. Anyway. There was my rant. That was my whole rant, y'all. I'm not gonna stay on long. I've been on like all day. All day, son. All day. All day. And I want to put my hair up and read my book. That page I read earlier, guys, was nothing. That wasn't even the... I purposely picked this piece that was dirty enough to, like, scare people off. But wasn't as dirty as it usually is. Like, that was the beginning of an entire page. It was like 2 sentences out of like 4 pages of pure fuckery. Anyway. I hope y'all enjoyed my ranting. I appreciate y'all showing up for it. The content that I posted, my short, that was an immediate reaction to what I saw in the comments of someone's post. I don't hate on anybody for either here nor there, unless they're saying something absolutely disgusting. Unless they're saying something absolutely disgusting, I don't care. If people are like, well, I think, that's what I do all the time. I think this. Do I want people to shit on me for it? No, of course not. Do I want people to agree with me? Sure. Do I hope that it changes someone's thought process a teeny bit? Maybe somebody who disagrees with me might say, well, okay, I can see where you're coming from. I don't agree with you. I'm not changing a single way I do things, but I can see where you're coming from. That's all I've ever wanted. That's all I care about. So, the second I saw those comments, because like I said, I was going to make a comment and say, I never do Santa either. But the second I saw those comments, and that somebody had already kind of said something along those lines, and then people were like, you just absolutely disgusting and a horrible parent. And I was like, mother, what? This is wrong with you. What's wrong with you? So anyway, so my immediate reaction was the video that I posted. If you are a member, you can see it on my YouTube. I might release it publicly. I haven't decided. It's on my Instagram and my TikTok. So, or I think it drops on my Facebook page, not my profile, my page. Like if you follow at itsxxkatxx, whatever. And I think it's on Threads too, because it auto posts, because I don't care. But if you want to see it, it's there. And that was my knee-jerk reaction. And then I thought, you know what? Screw it. I'm just going to come in here and let it loose. So if anybody is like, what are you talking about? Go look at my video. I explained it all. I think I explained exactly where I was coming from, I hope. And maybe I just ranted and didn't say anything of meaning, or... It's cool, too. I mean, I'm not mad about it. Alright, you guys. I'm going to get off here. Actually, I'm going to go dump the potatoes. I'm going to shake it up with all my other stuff, and I'm going to reheat it so I can have more sausage. Because that was really good. I am not going live to do Fortnite tonight. I was thinking about it, but then I did this. So that's not a thing. If you guys need me, hit me up. Do me a favor. I do have to cut up that one from earlier today where I did the whole YouTubery thing. So how to support. That was really fun. I hope that you guys... check that out. I'm going to repost it as a shorter video so you don't have to watch the whole thing. where I sit there and rant and rave about different ways that you can support the people that you rock with in a way that is meaningful and helpful, not like it's taking away from the fact that you even showed up at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying if you want to go the extra mile, I mean, hell, you're just sitting there anyway. You might as well, here's some things you can do. So I will post that separately. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm pretty much sick and tired of staring at this light. I'm sick and tired of this being in my face. And also, I had a really sincere question, you guys, before I go. This is just my head, right? I'm leaning forward with my elbows on my desk. I'm like this. That's where the monitor is. That's where my camera is. Is this better? Or is this better? What do you think? I prefer to come back here because otherwise I feel like I'm just a head. But sometimes I just want to relax. I'm surprised I didn't end this whole thing like this. I'm just curious what you guys think. Input. Need input. Anyway, I hope you all have an amazing evening, a great week. And if I do not see you between now and Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful holiday, whether you celebrate it or not. By the way, every time that somebody's like, well, I don't. If I say, what is it called? Somebody says good morning, and they're like, it's not morning. Okay. Good, whatever the hell it is where you are. Happy holidays. Whatever it is that you celebrate or don't celebrate. Bah humbug. If you don't celebrate it, I hope you have an amazing new year. I hope to see you around. I'm on all the tubes of you and all the platforms. You can find me anywhere. Send me a message if you need me. Make sure you tell me that you're from YouTube so that I know. Otherwise, I ignore them because there's some nasty shit in my DM sometimes. No, Miss Big Booty Cheek profile. I do not want a quadruple sum with you and like 17 other people. Unless I know them. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. Have a good one. Have a good night. Yeah. I suck at outros. All video? Thank you. That helps me a lot. Anyway, you guys have a great night. Have a happy holiday. Bah humbug, whatever the case may be. Whether, dreidel, whatever it is. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy New Year's. Happy Sunday. Monday, Tuesday. Be kind to everybody. Be kind to one another. Kindness is free. Give it generously. You just can change the trajectory of somebody's life. You just never know. If you don't have to shit on somebody, don't. But if you do, get a direct shot, okay?